Hey there, my name is Heidy and welcome to my channel, Health and Behavior Change with Heidi. Today I'm going to share my first episode of our podcast with my amazing friend Marcia Torres, Vital Steps to Wellness. Here we're going to share our own stories, journeys with our own health and behavior changes, as well as sharing other inspiring stories. So on this first episode, I'm going to share my own journey with my weight loss through bariatric surgery, weight loss surgery, where I will share my truth, the process, preparation, and research, and the aftermath of my own surgery. So this will be a 3-part series, so make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned. Let's get started.
Have you ever thought about weight loss surgery? If you have, you are not the only one. Today, we have a story to share. It is not only about the surgery, it is about the change, the bravery to make a big decision that will change your life. And we are going to share a very inspiring story.
Welcome to Vital Steps to Wellness, your gateway to a healthier, more vibrant life. My name is Heidy, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. With each episode that we bring to you, we're going to discuss how health and wellness coaches can not only change your life, but it can help you create a better, more healthier version of yourself.
Hello, I'm Marcia Torres, and today we are going to share real stories of people that have overcome challenges with expertise and advice. If you are planning to manage your stress better, eat healthier, or just feel great every morning you wake up, you are in the right place.
So why a health and wellness coach? These individuals, they're not only advisors, but they are your partners in health. They help you set clear goals and set a plan that is right for you, designed by you, right? So we give you the support all the way. And it's not just about making the healthy decisions or smarter choices, but it's about creating the best version of yourself.
In today's episode, we are going to talk about why Heidy thought about weight loss surgery and how a health and wellness coach was a key component for her decision. So stay tuned, get comfortable, because we are going to get inspired together. Okay, Heidy, thank you so much for coming today and sharing your story. It is something that a lot of people have in mind because nowadays we see overweight people more and more, and not only in adults but also in children,
Youth, yes.
right? And you are here to share your story, something that you have battled for a while and you decided to do. But we would like to start where with your earliest memories, right? We don't go that far, but with your earliest memories, what you can tell us about how this started.
Yeah, so it is my pleasure to bring this topic because, as you said, it is so important, and so many people are struggling with obesity, right? And finding different tools to get past that, whether it's diets or and failing over and over, right? So just to kind of move it a little bit closer to this time. I was a fit person. I lost weight on my own. I lost 80 pounds. And I loved the gym. I loved the way I felt. I was training for my first 5K, which it was huge for me because it's something that I always wanted to do. And life happens, as always, right? Life happened. I became the caretaker of my mother, and stress just came on, and I regained the weight and more. And on top of that, which has been my rock and a hard place, was developing fibromyalgia, which is an autoimmune disease or illness, which it causes widespread pain through your body, and it's caused by stress. It's kind of like our fight or flight
State.
state just breaks, right? So at the moment you have that stress. So when I tried to get back to those things that I learned or that I thought I knew, which I didn't because I went back to, I was just addicted to the gym and not really focusing on those habits, right?
Yeah.
And those habits were key. But that was the earliest memory that I remember struggling and closer to this time and point in time.
So everything started. So you were a fit person.
Yes.
You were somebody that was loyal to the gym.
Yes, yes.
And obviously healthy eating, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But suddenly something happened in your life. So you had a shift, a life change that you were not expecting. Obviously, somebody in the house getting ill, you don't expect that.
Correct.
And that took a toll in your body, and you developed something else on top of that. And that led you to be overweight.
Yes, yes. It put me back to where I was. And those things that I thought that I knew, I guess for the lack of a better term, I didn't have the right habits in place in order for me, without the gym, right? So now I couldn't go to the gym. So now what? I couldn't. So all I knew was I have to do these things in order for me to be fit and healthy. But there was so much more to that, which I learned later on.
Yeah. So that's a great point that you make, right? Because we kind of get set in something that we do. Like we think the gym is the one that makes us lose weight, but that's not what it is, right?
It's so not what
it's a habit that you form that regardless where you are, you will become that person that exercises.
Yes.
But you mentioned something very clue here. And I know you said that you didn't want to go that far, but you said that you got fit. So you were overweight before.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you were overweight, you got into the program, you got fit, and then this happened.
Yes.
And then you got overweight again.
Yes. Yes.
And you couldn't resolve it. It was hard for you emotionally, I bet.
It was very emotional. And then it was in the heart, like when everything I felt the worst was in 2020. So during COVID. And I remember, we had no place to go. We wanted to go for a walk. And I remember not even being able to go walk to the corner with my family. And I remember my daughter saying, Mommy, I wish that you could go for a walk with us. And to me, that was a turning point. And, it caused depression and anxiety and all those things because I'm like, what do I do? I was this, but now I'm not anymore. So I kind of lost myself. I didn't know how to even get started, but that's because I didn't have that understanding that it's not those things, right, that are going to help me be fit. It starts somewhere else.
And that's such a great point. And for people that are listening to this podcast, and if you feel that is you, that you feel like you are in a circle, right, where you wish and you want to be healthier and to be fit, and you don't know what to do, just let us know in the comments. If you're struggling, if you're happening, because we definitely can help.
Yes, definitely.
And you said that you didn't have the right tools in place, which was the behaviors. Can you talk to me a little bit more about the behaviors?
Yes. So, when things start falling apart and I didn't have the time to go to the gym, now comes the guilt, right? Oh, well, I can't go to the gym. So now what do I do? Is there anything else? There was so much more. And that is when I had to find a way and figure out, and I know we'll talk more about this in another episode because this is more than one. But I met, the health coach. I met my health coach at that time. And that's when I started learning about what are behaviors and what are those healthy habits. What is those tiny habits? I didn't know any of that, and but I had to relearn everything. And because I had those behaviors, and when I decided that the best tool that I could use at that moment was the surgery. And it wasn't an easy decision. It's not an easy decision by any means because there's so many health risks. And please note that we're not saying one way or the other. There's so many health risks, and you always have to make sure that it's the right thing for you. But when I spoke with my surgeon, because he knew, he learned about my history and what I had already done, I was at that gym, although I didn't have the full understanding of what long-lasting habits are if you don't have those other things, but he knew that I would be successful. And that, although it was his faith in me. It helped me to say, okay, I could do this, and I know. And that's why I'm here today. Every single day, that is a thought in my mind that I have to stay healthy. I have to stay committed. This is just a tool. Yeah. Because where the key is in those habits and those decisions that we make every single day.
Yeah. So if I hear well, let's say, for instance, that, there's we don't want that anymore, any other pandemic, but we have all of us to have to stay home. So what you're telling me is that now you have learned that it is about the mentality of those habits, of that that you probably have to go up and down the stairs 5 times in order to move your body, to exercise your body. So in that way, you don't fall back, right? So it's not about necessarily hitting the gym, but it's about what do I do with my body to keep it healthy, to release those endorphins so I can feel happy and just do more.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, that is absolutely right. Because it's a domino effect, right? Movement is life. Movement is medicine. Health, food is medicine. And we keep hearing this, right? And it's that lifestyle is medicine, lifestyle medicine. And that's what I had to learn. And, and as a health coach, I've been able to really, live that. And we don't need the gym. We use excuses, oh, I can't afford the gym. I mean, memberships are expensive nowadays, but just cleaning your home and being intentional about movement, being intentional about when you sit to eat, being mindful about that eating. And I know those are things that we can talk more, later on in other episodes, but what do those things mean? I didn't know what those were.
Yeah.
And those are they're small things, but they make such a big difference.
Yeah. And we hear so much in the media, right? And my mom always used to say something really, like, always stayed on my head is whatever is so easy is never going to stick that long.
That's right.
So those diets that they offer you to lose weight in 10 days, or if you do some specific things and you will lose weight, that's not something that's going to stick, because in your system, it's not a behavior that you have created understanding why you're doing it.
That's
because
right.
That's what it comes down to, understanding why do I do it? Do I move? Why? Right? Do I eat better? Why?
Yes.
And that's what I think you came to understand.
Yeah. And the other big point that I want to touch is that yes, they have all these gimmicks or whatever, and it might work for some people, but it may not work for others. And we could be in the same journey, have different results, but we can get there in a different way, because your life is your life. You have something, you do things every day. We have busy lives, we work, we have children, or we're just caring for parents, or whatever the case may be. But I have to figure out what is the best plan for me to help me stay focused and not have those excuses of, I don't have time to go to the gym, or I'm too tired when I come home from work, or I can't wake up in the morning. I'm not a morning person, but is finding those ways. And like you said, why, right? Being intentional is the key. And, one thing that why I decided to speak about this now, and I want to thank you for encouraging me to do this. It took me a while, because I also had to understand that not to be ashamed of it, right? This was the tool that worked for me. And because I had to think about why I'm doing it, what I want from it, and most importantly, what it takes after. And that's where I'm at, and that's why I've been able to stay at my goal weight. It's going to be 4 years now next month. So I'm excited. Thank you. And I feel great. Do I deal with my pain? Yes, but it has helped me to stay below the weight, and and just moving forward and staying healthy.
I love what you said, and I think the big factor of why you decided to do this surgery is because you find your why.
Yes.
You also were intentional on why you decided to do, and that's the reason why you have been successful. It's going to be 4 years, and you feel good, you feel healthy, you don't feel what you used to feel before. And I think that's amazing. And for everyone that is listening to the podcast, if you're thinking about weight loss surgery, think about why you want to do it. What is the reason? Because it has to be a reason that is so strong that is good for you, not for anybody else, but it's good for you, that the moment that you decide to do it, you're going to hold so tight to that, because there are going to be moments and you're going to, Heidy is going to share with us her journey, because after you do the surgeries, a lot of more things is not an easy journey. So your why has to be so strong, and it has to help you to understand. So talk to us about finding the right doctor, because that's another component. You find the right coach, wellness coach, would help you with the behaviors.
Yes.
Now finding the right doctor is another component.
Yes. And just because I have complete respect for, for the medical field and physicians, and but you have to really do your homework. What are the implications? What are the complications? What are the after that is required? So do your research, find the reviews. Right now on YouTube, there's so many people sharing their stories. If you have any questions, I'll gladly answer. But it's making sure that your doctor really, it's not just, it's hard to say, but it's not someone that is just going to do the surgery because, it can be a paycheck, and I'm just being completely honest. But you have to find that connection. And for me specifically, my faith is huge for me. And I was able to find a doctor who shares my same faith. And I was able to share with him my concerns, not only physically or health, but also through my faith. And that was a game changer for me. And also him understanding and respecting my journey before, and really understanding my why, and really being, he was kind of sort of not a cheerleader, but my accountability partner as well.
Yeah, and that's
And he
huge.
still is. So I was very blessed to find him. But that's very important. If you have a why, and not just you want to do it to lose weight, that's when some people go to other countries and do it. And unfortunately, we hear so many stories of things that happen. Find your why, take your time. Find your why and take your time and do your homework.
And find an accountability partner like a wellness coach that will help you to set those behaviors in place. And then after that, of course, finding the right doctor that will understand your needs, will understand why you're doing this, because that's a big key to me, to find the right. If the doctor wants to know why and wants to understand why do I want to do it, I think that's a keeper right there.
And people, just lastly, people, they say, okay, once I do that, then I will do X, Y, and Z. No, really, it's before. And that was key what you said. Find that coach, find that health and wellness coach, that accountability person that is going to help you learn really what it takes to lose the weight. But it starts up here. It starts in your mind. And once you do that, once things start coming down, you go to surgery or whatever, then it'll be a guarantee. I shouldn't say this, but I'm speaking from myself. I don't see myself going back there again, because this is who I am now. It's like breathing, right? It's my everyday. So there's no other way.
Heidy, do you mind sharing with us what was your weight before the surgery? Like what is the key? Like, I don't know if the doctor tells you that you have to be in a specific weight to do the surgery. There's anything that you can share with our
Yes, I was 255. They do approve you, it goes through your insurance. When they do approve you, then they put you on a specific diet. That diet is the most difficult, just mind-breaking. I don't even know how to explain it. It is so you're going from eating whatever you want to just liquid. A 2-week liquid diet. That's crazy. So imagine what that does, not only to your body, but to your mind.
To your mind, yeah.
So, because, and I feel like I was able to do it honestly because of what I had done before, So, but it was still very difficult. But it's just, it's a process that you have to go through.
And we're going to share some pictures about how Heidy looked before and how she is now. And the transformation is just inspiring to me, right? It's something that we struggle And the reason why I asked Katie to share the weight that she was is because we need to understand that when you go into surgery with the right doctor, they're going to take that in consideration. So that weight that you have needs to be something that they look at, you will be able to do it.
Exactly. They expect you to lose a certain weight because there's other things, because of your it's such a dangerous surgery, and that's just the truth. They want to make sure that you're able to do it. They want to make sure that you have the mental capacity to do it, because there's even a psychological evaluation. So they test everything, and people go through it in flying colors. I've seen it, but it still doesn't mean that you can't go back. If you don't have that mindset, if you don't have those habits and the lifestyle understanding of what it takes, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna make it.
So here we are today sharing the beginning of her journey, and in the next episode we're going to talk about some specific behaviors. We're going to talk about what it took her when she said that she went through the rigorous diet that the doctor put her through an evaluation. So we're going to talk more about that, so you can hear, you can actually compare if you go to a doctor, because things like that, you want to be aware, you don't want to be surprised, and we want to share this with you. So we hope that you join us for our next episode on her journey about weight loss surgery, which is something that is becoming more and more popular these days. So thank you so much, Heidy, for sharing with us your story, which is amazing, inspiring, and inspired me, and I hope has inspired you as well. So thank you so much, and we see you on the next time.
Yes,
Thank you.
Bye.